Jason Duman. Well, hello everybody. How are we today? We good? Nothing to fear, nothing to be afraid of. All right, got weird. I should let's get to know each other a little bit. Mainly me telling you about me, because I have the mic. It's just how it works. I'm an introvert. Any introverts here? All right, I can tell the true ones because they quietly raised their hands. Looking at you, friend. Yeah, introverts. I'm glad you're here, even if you're not. You'd rather be at home, but I'm glad you came out because it's good to be with people. We need people, right? It's so good. And being an introvert, there's a lot of misconceptions about introverts. They think like we don't like people. And it's not that we don't like people. We like 8 people. Like that's our max. Now, where are my old people who had a MySpace at? Yeah. That top 8, that was speaking my love language. Like, yeah, these are my 8. Thank you very much, Tom. Yeah. Also, introverted Americans, we are often an overlooked community, and we're usually fine with that. But there's a lot of talk about hate speech, and I think there's some people who use a word without thinking that has brought a lot of pain to the introverted American community, and I just want to raise some awareness. Because, it's been a long time, and people have changed, and times have changed, but it's time to finally bring some change to the world. And that word that has hurt my people is hello. Can we just stop with so much helloing? It's important. Mike was talking about being white trash, and I'm from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which you got out too? All right, we made it. I'm from right here. Where are you from? Oh, so over here more. Yeah, I got it. Okay, great, perfect. So I just heard at a family function, my uncle flew out from Michigan, and he said this at a dinner. Jeremy lost his teeth in the fire, and Kelly's dog ate her teeth. That's all the information I have. Like, that's a white trash family. I was reminded again, it's like, I'm so glad my parents left that place. That was God blessing us. So, yeah, but we got out, and I think I'm kind of a boring person. I have a boring face. I have like the generic white guy face, the Walmart Great Value mayonnaise of face, and I've come to embrace it. I just knew I was never going to be hip, and I was actually going to wear a different shirt today, but I was getting ready and I had to iron it, and it said use cool iron if necessary. And I don't even know what a cool iron is. Does it have glasses and a leather jacket, or I get on a motorcycle with a jet flying out over it? My iron's a total dweeb, so that's what I wore. That's why I'm wearing this today. Been thinking a lot about my fears. Anybody think about their fears? You gotta face those, right? I was thinking about one of my greatest fears is that when I die, I'm going to bring great shame on my family because they're going to look at my search history and they're going to see how many times I had to look up how to spell millennial. I'm positive I have spelled it wrong every time. That is a hard word to spell. Also, I went to Costco, and I'm always afraid of things going wrong. And I went to Costco, and there were 2 ambulances outside of Costco. I was like, what could have happened here? But then I remembered, everything comes in bulk at Costco. I was going there for a flu shot. I got 8, so I'm good for a few years. My arm didn't work for a while, but that was good. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you with the Costco jokes. But I'm sorry, it's all good. Nick said earlier, you'll be a target, and it didn't happen. I am setting goals in my life, which is new for me. Any goal setters out there? there? All right, good. I never really set a lot of goals because, up until recently, I thought aspirations was just when your butt crack was really sweaty. Like in August, I'm anticipating having a lot of aspirations. But no, aspirations are good for you. And so one of my goals is to eat better, not to lose weight so much as to have fewer stains on my shirts. That's getting expensive, and so I'm trying to make sure to eat better. Another goal is I do need to lose weight, so I'm trying to do that. I exercise pretty regularly, and to quote Taylor Swift, "This is me trying." But I had a wake-up call that I needed to lose weight when I was getting dressed one day, and I was putting on jeans, and I was buttoning them, and I strained my shoulder. That's a true story. That's a wake-up call, right? Now, in my defense, they were right out of the dryer. Also, in my defense, I had a big breakfast that morning and the previous 12 mornings, but still. Those jeans out of the dryer, though, that's so tempting, right? Because they're warm, they're comforting, they're also so judgmental. Like a hug from my mom. You don't know my mom, but I have a good relationship with my mom. I have to say that. Otherwise, she's going to write me out of the will. But losing weight is hard, right? It's hard to do. There's so much counting and math. I'm pretty good at counting to 10 for working out and reps and stuff. I can count to 10 most of the time. It's all the food calculations, right? Like ounces and grams and all tracking all that. But I'm not a drug dealer. I don't got time for this. And I also, it's hard to lose weight when donuts are so delicious. It's so good. And I'm a dad. I love being a dad, and being a dad is very rewarding, is something that I have heard. And but one of my favorite things about being a dad is hunting and gathering for donuts. And this is on the family tradition. And so, like my father and his father before him. So every once in a while, I'll go out to the plains of Bothell and I'll go looking for a donut herd, and I'll bring some home. And I went to a donut shop, and the window had a sign that said, "Proudly Christian owned," which is a sign to say, prepare to be disappointed. Like Christian music, Christian movies, Christian politicians, prepare to be disappointed. And I am Team Jesus, by the way. Jesus is my homeboy. And but I just don't think Jesus is the faith leader that we should be looking to for donut wisdom, right? Bread, fish, wine, go for it. He showed up for that. But the faith leader that I look for when I go to a donut shop is a little shrine to Buddha. Because that's a faith leader who knows his way around an eclair, right? He knows some things. He's like, yeah, I'll show you the path to Nirvana. It's 12 maple bars. Go for it. You ever wonder why he's so happy? Because he just had an apple fritter. I've never had an apple fritter and felt sad. So, until later, when I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why are my pants hurting me? It's a callback. Thank you. But I'm getting older, and I'm a middle-aged dad. I recently celebrated 20 years being married to my wife. 20 years. Yeah. Being married is awesome. She's the best. And I realized, 20 years being married, my son just graduated high school. I am officially middle-aged. I can't deny it anymore. The other day, I spent Saturday morning watching lawnmower review videos on YouTube. And I was not complaining. I was like, this is great. It's like, I'm a dad. I'm a middle-aged dad. Also, my Spotify recommendations are sliding more and more into yacht rock territory. Growing up, I worked at a drugstore, and the Muzak would play the Doobie Brothers, and I'd be like, more of this. But now I hear some Doobie Brothers, some Steely Dan, some Christopher Cross. I'm like, yeah, more of this. Michael McDonald starts singing about what a fool believes, and I keep on forgetting all of my problems. I'm taking it to the streets. All right, I found my yacht rock fans. Yes, all right. But yeah, I am old. My My wife and I have been married, like I said, 20 years, and she's positive that she's going to outlive me. And that's one of the reasons why she doesn't want to come to watch me do comedy shows. Because she only wants to watch me die one time. And but yeah, she's, it's good though if she outlives me because I have no game. No game. And you're all looking at me, you're like, yeah, that tracks. But like the last time I asked somebody out was to homecoming. And so like, do we still, like, if she died first, like, I wouldn't even know how to start a first date. Do you show up in a limo? Like, I don't know. What do we do? How does it work? And recently, my wife's grandfather just got married again. He's 92 years old. Yeah. Can't see, can't hear, but he can still pull. I'm kind of sure I used that right. I'm not really sure. I'm 43. It's a thing I heard. But yeah, so we went to the wedding and it was awesome. It was a great wedding. The cake was blended, so that was nice. Made it easy. And afterwards, though, that led to a conversation with my wife and I about what would happen, if one of us dies first. Which is an important conversation to have, right? And it's important, but it's also pretty dangerous, gentlemen, right? You in this situation, you're like Jeremy Renner in The Hurt Locker. You've seen some stuff, you've been through some things, and you've got a bomb right in front of you, and one wrong wire, this is all gonna blow up in your face. And so we're getting ready for bed, and my wife says, well, Jason, if I die first, what are you gonna do? And I said, because I'm a leader, I said, well, Kath, her name's Kathy, well, Kath, what do you want to do? Because I'm a leader. And she said, well, Jason, if I die first, I don't think I want you to get remarried. Which is good, right? Like this is, now I know the parameters. Like it seems harsh, but this is still helpful for me. Because now, it's like, okay, I got the best answer. Well, and I said this, because I'm husband of the year. I said, well, babe, if I die first, I just want you to be happy. And she said, thanks. I will be. I love you. Good night. That's all for me, everybody.